It's a girl.
Nicole, let me get you an ice cream. No. So how are you? Would you ever want to take on more of a leadership role, flex your skills? While we don't have it in the budget to pay you for that, but I think just of the kind of opportunity. When we think about the purpose, that sense of giving back a long time ago, I made the decision to stay in nonprofits because I wanted to know that my work mattered. And I see that with you. I see that with you. Have that sense of soul, of heart that comes with this work. How's your ice cream? How is it? Sure, I'd like to make more. You know what I care about more than making more money? The community. Unions come with rules. So much of what matters about our work is because we don't have structure. We don't have rules. We see folks at other institutions very similar to ours, they don't get the kind of benefits you do. The ability to show your ID and get $1 off at various institutions across the city. Well, the other benefits, I get my health insurance through here, and it's not even that good. There's summer bins. Gotta get away. That's what I say to everyone. Work. Also, you gotta get away some. Oh, go get another one. See you. Okay, bye-bye.
You think my outfit is offensive?
Are you Mexican?
No.
Yes.
I think it reaffirms stereotypes that are offensive to people.
It's not yours.
Do you find my outfit offensive?
Yes. Yeah.
Why?
Because it's not your culture.
You don't really understand what their culture means and what it means to wear these things, like the hats and the maracas. You sort of have to understand where all of this comes from for it to not be cultural appropriation.
Does my outfit offend you?
No. You look nice.
Do you like my costume?
Yes.
Does it offend you?
No.
Do you like my outfit?
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
Does my outfit offend you?
No, not at all.
No, nothing. That's good.
I'm actually. I hate it when Americans decide to tell the world what is right and what is wrong. Every damn time. Something that shouldn't be anything is something because you think about it and you're trying to put yourself in shoes that you cannot even relate to. It's mad. There's nothing wrong. He's not making fun of anybody. He's wearing something. Yes, it's not his culture, but he's wearing it. If a white person comes to Africa, dresses up like an African, the people in Africa, in whichever tribe she is, will love it that someone new is trying to embrace their culture. But if this same white person goes over to America and dresses up like, an African of this tribe that she has visited, people there are going to judge and be like, why are you dressing like this? You're not from there. It's not for you to judge. Allow the people who are supposed to be offended, and if they are not, shut the fuck up. This is why most times people just get angry because, this is something that annoys people. It's not like it's offending them. It's just that, generally, people are annoyed with this, so I'm going to join the trend and be angry. It's none of your business. You're not a judge of this. And America is number one in doing this.
I got called fatty by a waspy woman at the gym the other day when I was at the gym trying to get not fat. All I was trying to do was ride the recumbent bike. I don't know why they put it behind the treadmill. I don't know if it was a space problem or whatever. Believe it or not, people don't often come to me when they're consulted on how to build a gym. But there I am on that recumbent bike trying to work up a sweat, and there her waspy little thin ass is bucking it on the treadmill. And at some point she turned around and saw my face looking like this and mistook that for lust. I don't know what kind of messed up relationships she's been in. And when she got off the treadmill, she walked right by my recumbent bike and looked down at me and said, "Not on your best day, fatty." And it was a trip because I reacted 3 different ways. One part of me was like, good for you, sister. You've probably been ogled and looked at by men all your life and treated some kind of way. And good for you for standing up to the patriarchy and doing something about it. Because you're that type of girl that's guys seem to like for some reason. It's not for me. I like meat and fat on the plate when I sit down at the table, but I get it. And then another little part of me is like, if you mistake arrhythmia for lust, you're kind of dumb, and that ain't my fault. I can't help that. But the problem is the biggest part of me responded, and that's the hillbilly that runs my mouth hole. And he immediately was like, look here, heifer, I wouldn't take you to a dog fight if you was the defending champ. And as a result of that, I'm no longer allowed at the Planet Fitness. And I don't know if that's nationwide or just regional, but it is what it is.
Welcome back to Melon Be Smellin', and today Melon will be smelling a pickle. Oh, Melon does not like what she be smelling.
One of my favorite jokes when I was a kid is there's 3 guys and they have bricks. They find a pile of bricks and they want to see who can throw bricks up in the air the highest. But they can't tell from the ground how high they're going to go up. But the ground's all muddy. So one guy says, hey, if we throw them high enough, we'll see how far they sink in the ground. Whoever sinks the furthest went the highest. Like, oh, that's good. First guy takes the brick, throws it up in the air, comes down, sinks like a foot into the mud.
Damn.
Second guy's like, I can beat that. Goes up, winds up, throws the brick up in the air, comes and lands and goes 3 feet in the ground.
Wow.
And the last guy goes, I can beat that. Winds up, takes his brick, throws it straight up, and it doesn't come down. So the other joke that I like to tell when I was a kid, I thought that joke was fucking hilarious. The other joke I like to tell when I was a kid was this woman she wants to travel to see her mother, and she wants to bring her parrot with her because her mother loves a parrot. But the only ticket she can afford is on the no parrot, no smoking airlines. And you're not allowed to bring a parrot on, and you're not allowed to smoke on the plane. Parrot. But she thinks, I can get away with this. So she takes the parrot, gives it a bunch of food, puts it in her jacket, sneaks it on the plane. So she's on the plane, everything's going great. They've taken off and they're at cruising altitude. Then the pilot walks back, comes walking down the aisle, saying hello to everybody. And he's smoking this big cigar, which obviously he's not supposed to do. So he comes walking down the aisle and he stops at the lady's seat and he goes, how are you enjoying the flight? And she's like, fine, everything's great. He goes, well, we'll be there on time, so everything should be fine. She goes, thank you very much. And then he hears, and he's like, what was that? She goes, nothing. And he goes, you have a parrot in your coat. She goes, no, I don't. And he rips it open, and there's the parrot. He grabs the parrot. He's pointing at her. He's like, you're not allowed to have a parrot on this plane. And she grabs the cigar out of his mouth. She goes, you're not allowed to have a cigar on this plane.
Whoa.
And he goes, no parrots allowed. He opens the window and he throws out the parrot. She goes, well, you can't have a cigar. And she throws a cigar out the window of the plane. Slams it. He goes storming off. She sits in her seat. She's so mad because her parrot got thrown out of the plane. He's back up there. He's flying the plane. He's just like, rah, 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 rah. And then he hears a little knock. And he turns around, and there's the parrot waving at him. And guess what it's got in its mouth?
A cigar?
No, the brick. Thank you, everybody.
It's not fair Joe Biden went and forgave that $10,000, $20,000 in student loans. Government never helped me with my loans. Wait, did you just say it's not fair? That's what he said to us constantly all the time growing up. Okay, all right, we've been waiting for this. Straight face, we can do this. Deliver it properly. Sometimes life's not fair. Get used to it, kid.
Can you explain what happened?
So, I typed in my last name on here to pull up my account, and I saw someone else with my last name. So I click on it, and it's my mom's account. She brought my cat here and got it euthanized, but she told me it ran away.
Oh no! Oh my God! That's horrible.
How long ago was this?
2017.
Have you had baby parts, arms, legs as a result of an abortion performed?
There's nothing that you can say.
Yes or no?
Makes it difficult for me to talk about the care that I provide.
Right. You don't want to talk about putting them in freezers. You don't want to talk about putting them in Pyrex dishes. Ms. Robinson, I would ask you a question. When is the latest that you have performed an abortion in terms of weeks, of the unborn child?
My name is Dr. Robinson. So since I will always follow the law and I live in the state of Alabama, I provide abortion care up until 20 weeks gestational age.
Okay, so you performed an abortion at 20 weeks. Have you performed abortions at that stage? And in doing so, have you had baby parts that you've had to discard or store in some capacity?
One of the things that you all have done
Legs, arms,
throughout this hearing is just use inflammatory language.
It's a question. Ma'am, it's a simple question. Have you had human parts, baby parts, arms, legs, as a result of an abortion performed at the time you just acknowledged you performed abortions?
I am a physician and a proud abortion provider. There is nothing that you can say.
Yes or no?
Makes it difficult for me to talk about the care that I provide.
So have there been baby parts, yes or no?
If you would like for me to talk
and where and how have they been stored? So the answer to the question is fairly obvious.
Age, I'm happy
that there are baby parts and you don't want to talk about how they're being stored. You don't want to talk about putting them in freezers. You don't want to talk about putting them in Pyrex dishes.
If you don't mind me answering, all of those things that you just mentioned, I have never seen that in a healthcare setting ever. We don't put baby parts in freezers or Pyrex dishes.
Babe, 你的 land 是 McDonald 吗？
Oh, 包括
Huh?
What the heck? What are you talking about?
因为我爱的。
You're not the only one cursed with knowledge, Doc.
Oh man, I could simply snap my fingers and they would all cease to exist.
Yeah, you should have gone for the head. Okay? Wow, perfectly balanced. As all things should be. Actually, as it turns out, you could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me. It's just super weird, because I'm inevitable, man.